everyone, welcome. It's Descript demo day. If you're out there and you're a channel member, hopefully you saw the link that I sent out. It's been a journey, y'all. It's been a journey today. So if you're out there, please let me know. Feel free to let me know, okay? Hey, Cooking Cup and Babes here, Dr. Elo. Hey, Dr. Elo, did you get the link? I put it in the channel member in the chat there, as well as in our Discord. Had to think of it. Josh, great to see you. How are you doing? Did you have a nice time for the 4th of July? I saw you and Babe, you guys got a travel trailer thing. Is that right? That sounds exciting. That sounds very exciting. So let me know also how your 4th of July was. Did I actually show up here without something in my cup? I don't even have my cup. It's across the... Oh my goodness. It's been a day, y'all. It's been a day. Let me just make sure that this is also live because it did that to me. And Dr. Elo, if you saw, like I had to do a new stream. At one point there were like 3 different streams in case anyone saw it. That was not the best. That was not the best. So, okay. Did I ask? You got the link, right? If you wanted to come in. So we're going to be talking a little bit today about Descript, and this is the time where I get to have you guys show me how you're using Descript. And I thought that would be fun to have a show and tell, right? Sorry, I was literally napping. I wasn't feeling very well today, so I overslept, and that's why I got on even later than usual. So, alrighty. You have an RV 50% of the time, and oh, you're in, yep, and started to tune. Oh, a new one. Yeah. I did have a nice 4th. We had a couple people over for a barbecue, and that was nice because we haven't really hung out with people much. And so we did that, and then we got to watch some fireworks, and that was nice. That was nice. I'm really mad at myself that I don't have a drink, though. I am really mad about... Oh, there's a scratching at the door. Here comes Cooper. All right. So I'm going to come over here real quick and just make sure. Dr. Elo, man, don't leave me hanging. Where are you at? We're doing our Descript demo day. If you don't know what Descript is, hi, buddy. Hi, good to see you. Good to see you. So basically, you can use this program called Descript. And remember when I got sick a little bit ago, and I still put out a YouTube short that had my voice playing, they do have an option where you can train it, and you can type out like a Word document and then have it overdub your voice with a computerized voice, which is really cool. I also have used it so that you can drag in these really long video files and it will create transcripts for you. And so I can export these long SRT files. And so I finished off some of my longer videos that I couldn't do in mixed captions with it and exported that. I also then saw that you can do little audiograms with it. And I had been doing like this green screen thing so I could have audiograms with words. But then I realized in the beta, maybe they just had a new update where you can also... Oh, I have a guest. 1 second. Boom! There's my guest. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing so well. I'm so glad that you could make it. You found the link all right. You want to introduce yourself to the people?
Yeah, I'm Coach Adam here in San Diego. I am a user of Descript, amazed by its amazing capabilities and love the application and
Awesome.
look forward to uncovering what more it can do. I know there's like announcement coming, right? In just a couple of days, there's going to be a release of...
Yeah. Yeah, and they're going to be releasing a new... I think it's part of their new part where you can do more with the video editing.
Mhm.
So, oh, okay, one more thing. Here we go. We have another guest. I think they're connecting their camera. Adam, and please start Miriam webcam. Oh no. Don't stream on YouTube? Wait, what does that mean? Don't stream on YouTube. I don't even know what that means. I don't know. Pixelpia, if you're out there, let us know what's going on. Let me take off this overlay thing. I'm also very excited to see how other people have been using Descript because I like to watch people use it so that it's kind of one of those like, I didn't know you were doing that. Oh, really? Maybe I'll do that too, type of things. So let us know. Nothing shows. It says I'm not streaming on YouTube.
I see
I'm
it.
watching it on YouTube,
Yeah, I can see it.
right? You're watching it on YouTube? Okay, let me just make
Yeah,
sure. Okay, I was like,
we're
"Oh god,
live.
not again, not again." Not again. Okay, so I have it. I thought that it would be fun to just have us kinda each show how we're using it, and I'm just verifying. Do you wanna go first in showing a couple of ways that you're using it, and then I can go next, or Pixelpia can go next?
How I'm using Descript?
Mhm.
Yeah, sure. Let me just open it up and see what I
Okay.
have going on in the world of Descript. Yeah, this is. Now I'm opening it up. Now, where is the one that? Yeah, okay. This one will make you really laugh. I have a few different ways that I use it, but there's one way
Okay.
that's really, really quite funny. So, sure. Do you want me to just talk?
You can even share your screen if you wanna
Okay, cool.
see
Yeah,
how
I
you're
can do
doing
that.
it. Yeah, I
So,
think you have
yeah,
the ability,
sure.
let me know.
Let me see. I have this window share screen. Awesome. I'll share. Okay. I'll have to pick the screen first. There we go. So you should see my screen now, and you can see
Alright, adding it.
all the many projects I've been using this
Oh
for
my goodness.
since June. No, since March. No, earlier than that. This is last opened by me. Let's go back. Yeah, so since February, January, I started using it. Right, so the beginning of the year. So about 6 months I've been using it. But and I use it for many different ways. I use it for editing my videos. So I use it for just getting the transcript. I use it for editing podcasts, various things. Like so, for example, here, this is a live stream that I did that I converted into a podcast. So I grabbed the audio and then I look at the transcript and then I really am just outputting the audio from here. I actually did this as a live, right? So I can just go in here and trim it up and take out the ums and the ahs and the things that might not work. And then I have an audio version of the live that I did, which is fairly standard way that you can use it. Oops, I just closed that window. Okay. And then I've used it in other ways where you're completely, say, like creating this is an IG reel that I did, where I just recorded in vertical, right? And I've
Mhm.
got my little thing that I said, and I can edit it again to make it tighter, to make sure that it fell within the time frame that I wanted to use, right? So this was under a minute, which I was striving for that reel that I was working on. And this is just something that I recorded off the fly that was I recorded on the phone and then I brought it into the script, right, to do the edit here just to make it a little bit tighter, and that worked. But this is kind of the funny way that I use it too. Now that I have it, right, I like to study Spanish. It's a great passion of mine. My wife is from Mexico City. I go to Mexico quite often, living here in San Diego. It takes me a half an hour. I'm in Tijuana, go to Rosarito, Ensenada, any place, or fly off to other parts of Mexico. And knowing a little Spanish is very useful living here. And so we watch a lot of Mexican football, and I watch the commercials, and they play the same commercials just like they do everywhere else. So this is for Napa Auto Parts, and there's this song for Napa Auto Parts, and that's what this is, right? This is the song. I actually recorded the commercial because I wanted to figure
Oh.
out what they were saying. It was like, oh, because it's a song, and they speak in a certain way. So I brought it in, and what it does is it translates in Spanish. No sé a dónde llegaré. Y se le luego vas a entender. Quiero estar en tu camino siempre y a tu lado. It's a song, right? And
Yeah.
it's a commercial. People are like, oh my God, you're singing the Napa Auto Parts commercial. But I wanted to know what the meaning was because it's a really cute story about a granddaughter and a grandfather, and the grandfather teaches the granddaughter how to fix his car, and then she finds a really good deal online for oil. It's really dumb, but like
Wow.
by bringing it in here and like having it use the transcription to pull out the Spanish, then I figured out which words I wasn't understanding, and now every time I see the song, I can even sing it, because I have it here. Like, so it's super cool to use for like stuff like this where you're doing like reverse engineering, especially if you're learning a language and you are trying to figure out how to use it. You can actually figure it out. Like, it does the translation for you and transcription, and then you can read it, and you understand the parts you do, and then the parts you don't, you can look them up. But it, like, as a learning tool, it is so powerful to deconstruct stuff like that. And for me, as a language learner, it's like, this is secret sauce. So now I'm recording all this stuff, like, and because the thing is, when you're learning a language, learning it by watching like the news or the programs in Espanol, it's more powerful than like the conversations that are in a textbook are kind of mechanical and artificial. And you end up talking like, oh my gosh, that's a Spanish student. Whereas if you listen to stuff in real life, it might be going too fast, but by using a tool like Descript, I can deconstruct it and figure out what the bits and pieces are, and it accelerates my learning. So super, super cool. I mean, I know that's kind of a different way of using it. I use it to create podcasts. I use it to make my reels and my videos, but I also use it to learn. And as a learning tool, it's a secret weapon.
That's crazy. That is such a cool. Okay, let me see here. Pixelpia is saying that it's not working on YouTube, so I'm just gonna verify. I'm seeing it on my phone on YouTube, and then I think she said though that it's not showing on the website. So I'm gonna go to YouTube real quick. I'm pretty sure it's showing on the website.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I'm seeing it on the website, Pixelpia. Anyone else want to verify my theory? I'm seeing it on.
Oh, you know what? I am not seeing it on the announcement, but I am seeing it as a different link on YouTube. I just clicked on the Descript demo day,
Now it came on. Okay.
and when I
What?
click
What
on
is
that,
happening? Images
yeah.
by Gretchen said, I'm on YouTube on web and I am seeing it. And then Pixelpia said, now it's come on.
Oh, weird.
I
Maybe a
don't
Very
delay.
weird.
know. I'm so sorry. We also have a new person that's joined the party. Dr. Elo, you want to say hello?
Hello, hello, and I am drinking this.
I didn't even ask. And now, salted lime, not ghosts. What's ghosts?
I need a
It's
drink.
it's a it's a like a sour, a lime sour beer. It's really good, and it's non-alcoholic, so I'm kind of pumped up. I can drink it during work.
That's pretty cool. That's cool. I've never, man, all these new things I'm opening my eyes to.
Exactly.
Pixelpia said I had to watch on the phone up till now. Well, hopefully now it's working. So, oh my goodness. No, seriously, Adam, that was crazy. That blew my mind. That was so cool. It's yeah, I didn't even think about the language translation for learning something else like that.
Me
So
neither. That was
Yeah.
pretty amazing, actually.
How many languages? We have to look at how many
I think
languages
it's
that the
23
script.
languages on
Yeah,
there.
right. So if you're like a language learner or a polyglot, oh my God, it's like secret weapon because you could just record the thing. And again, this is for just private use. That's Napa Auto Part commercial, right? I'm not going to publish it. I'm not going to do a video about this. I'm doing this to deconstruct and get the knowledge inside my brain. But why not use this tool?
Wow.
Like, hey, it does the like if it can tell me what they're actually saying, and then I can study that text, and super powerful, right? Super powerful.
I also saw that you still have like all these projects for like back since January. I think I have a couple like I have like maybe 5 in my library currently because I was like, don't delete anything because one of these days we're gonna come back in. So I'm like, Oh, it looks like I barely used the tool. And here you are with like this wall of history. It's like, oh
I
my
use it all
gosh.
the
Oh,
time. I use it at work too. I work for a big corporation and we do a lot of internal presentations. And I just bring in we do like a practice recording and I'll bring it in and then I'll transcribe it. And then I can cut it and like I can play people how it should look. And then when they do their presentation again, they know where they stumbled and stuff like that.
oh,
So
that's a
Wow.
great idea
yeah,
too.
it's a
Give it to
really good,
people to like, this
yeah,
is
for
you doing the
practicing.
presentation really, really well.
Yeah, because we're doing Zoom calls. A lot of presentations now are just done like this, Zoom calls and things like that. But it's
True.
so powerful. Or you can do, recaps. What I've done is I've taken company Zoom calls like that we've been on with permission, and then taken just little bits and pieces in the script, and then making them into like a summary video. Like here's highlights video of our call, and they're like, "Oh my god, how did you do that?" I just brought it into the script and I cut bits and
That's
pieces of our
pretty wild.
conversation, and then I sent it to my coworkers, and they're like, "Oh, this is the coolest!" And it takes me like what, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, like after the
I don't
call, to
know,
just
man.
kind of
That
bang it out.
that's awesome. Oh my
Because
god.
just the words, right? When you see the words, it's so easy to just cut it. Now I'm thinking like, oh man, what will it make me dinner? Like, how can I figure it out?
Maybe you just have to ask it in a foreign language and have it translated.
Exactly. Or
It
like
doesn't
if
know
I
what you want, just
watched
yeah.
a show, if I watched a cooking show or watched a demo, like somebody's, doing a demo and they're talking about how they're making it, I could use the script to extract the text and then figure out what the recipe is by what they're saying. Like, because they're just
Wow.
mumbling, oh, I put a little bit of this and then I did that. I'm like, I've got it. Now I know how you do it. So I'll do it with
That's
that.
so cool. In fact, I was on a conference call today, this morning, and I had someone else on there who uses Descript, and they said, "Oh, you know what I use it for? I use it for screen recording." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it does that." Like I totally, because they were like, "What's a good screen recorder?" And I was like, "I don't know. If you're on, maybe QuickTime, or you could use, ScreenFlow or Camtasia, or
I just
Ecamm,
found
or." And so I was
out.
like, "Oh, you could use, Descript." And I was like,
Oh man.
"Oh,
I
Yeah,
just
you
found
can,
out.
and put your video in the corner. Yeah, it works really well. The only
oh man,"
problem I
I was
wish
just like, "Oh,
the script had, if they're watching, a feature that we would really love is to do the zoom in. If we like when you're doing a screen recording, you
Yeah.
really want to be able to highlight your cursor, so there's like a circle around the cursor, and then when I'm in an area, I can zoom in. So like if I just wanted to show you a drop down menu, I would love to be able to zoom in because it's so hard to read it when you like the whole screen. It's a
well,
real
I don't
tiny.
think that they're here, but I
They
did
may
reach out
watch
to them
this.
via email and they said, "Hey, we're going to be doing this kind of like show and tell day. So if you want, I can send you a link to a replay." And these are people who are actually using it, so you
Yeah,
might be
in
interested. I'm
innovative
not expecting
ways.
at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday you can make it, but if you want to see the replay, there you
I'm
go.
on their beta group, so I'm in the Discord, so I'll put the idea. That's a great idea, actually.
That's a good idea, right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, Dr. Elo, you're
What's
up.
up? What's
Your
going
turn.
on? My turn. All right. Let me share
Yeah.
my screen.
Yeah, share your screen. I love also watching Luis. He's been doing like the Final Cut
Oh,
Pro,
Louise is amazing.
editing stuff, and he's been doing that. And I've been watching, and I'm like, oh, other ways to use Descript. So if he was here, I would totally throw him a link too and be like, what is this? Woo! Yay! Okay, look at this.
So
All
this
right.
is my morning routine, actually.
What?
Every morning routine. Every morning I wake up at 6 in the morning. Military, of course. I'm used to waking up. Everybody's sleeping, so I do my shorts. I do my my small video, short video form, and I share it across all platforms with the girl polls. So I come here, I pick a spot. Let's say that I'm gonna pick this one right here. I just obviously after importing everything, right? I clip into a composition. I put a new one, and after that, I clean it. It comes into a composition right here, right in this corner right here. So I clean it up. I change whatever I need to change. I do shorten word gaps so it can get smaller. And after that, I take it from here into my editor, which is Filmora 11, I think the year right now, and I make a short out of it and share it through a Girl Pulse. That's exactly what I do every single day from Monday to Friday. That's what I do. It's so freaking easy and it's really amazing. And this is all or tutorials that I've done, or live streams that I've done. And usually when I have live streams with people, right? Let me go back to project. No, let me go here to the drive. Like I had a live stream with Yvonne, Ask Evie. So I went here and I got her, a little project, and this is like Meet Evie. And I go through here, it has everything in there. I already have like a template in my editor that I just dropped the video. It says Ask Dr. Elo at the top. On the bottom, I'll change to a hashtag or change to Ask Evie. And that's basically it. After that, I export. I go and to what's the other program? Jasper. I write
Yeah.
something around. It develops something. I grab something from there, make it my own, of course, so I don't sound robotic. And off to the different platforms. So that's what I've been doing for approximately 90 something days. And I've been growing pretty heavily on LinkedIn, somewhat on YouTube, because on YouTube you have to put out videos. I haven't been able to put videos. Now I'm hiring an editor for my long form videos, which happens to be Luis, by the way.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah. And that's been my strategy for the past almost 100 days, like every single day from Monday to Friday, sometimes on Saturdays, sometimes on Sundays, depending on if I wake up early or not. But during the week, that's what I've been doing.
N
Descript.
Now
Badass.
Pixelpia had said something, in the chat, and she was saying, "I have an important question. I can't seem to connect my mic to Descript using it on Windows, and I'm not sure how to fix it." And I'm not sure, have you, because I haven't recorded a lot inside of Descript. Have you recorded inside of Descript versus starting off with a text file?
Not
Um,
at all.
Not at
I
all.
don't, not at all, but I am going to try it, obviously, right? And let me see, because
So if you try to create a new, like, tracker composition and add the microphone, what does your microphone input stuff look like? Because 'Cause I'll, do
I'm
mine
on,
as well after.
yeah,
We'll
I'm
see if
on
it looks
Mac
different
right
than hers.
now.
Me too.
So,
Mr.
yeah.
Camera Junkie, hey! Great to see you.
Yo,
We were just talking about you. We were just talking.
exactly.
We were, Luis. We were just talking about you and how we enjoy your edit with me and your use of Descript. Let me know if you'd like to come in, since I know you're also using Descript, and I'm happy to toss you a link and have you come in. So if you want to
Record
join us, if you
audio.
can, totally happy to. So when you, sorry, where did you click first
Yeah.
when you went?
Okay. The first thing I did, I went to composition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, you go to this little thing right here, record audio. Then you go to settings, and then you can choose your microphone. So I don't know if it's done the same way with
With the Windows version.
a Windows version, but
Pixelpia, will
yeah,
you let us know, is this how it looks for you? Or like what happens when you try? And you know what? If you can come in and can share your computer
even
screen,
better.
we can try and, see if we can figure out what's going on when you do it. So if you can come in and share your screen, then we
Or
can
we
try
can
and walk.
struggle together, you
We
know?
absolutely, we can all be
Hey,
on the struggle bus together. That's why we're here. No, this is so cool. I'm like learning so much from y'all, and like I feel like I haven't even like scratched the surface with it.
me neither. And I'm in the beta group, and this is the beta version. I'm trying the beta version. I got I'm in their Discord, and there's so much channels to read and so much
Yeah.
information that you get lost. So I'm like, maybe I have some new stuff in here that haven't even explored because there's too much.
Yeah,
But
there's a
now
lot.
that you said that you can screen record, I didn't know that.
I think, yeah, I
I
think if
bought a
you
screen
start
recorder and
when you
everything.
do add new, and then let me see here. If you do, let me see, add new composition, and then if you plus, they have one, it says file, files, new track. Okay, I'm reading. Sorry. Speaker label, rectangle, fancy, waveform, progress bar, arrow. Let me see here.
File from link
Playback speed.
sequence
Oh.
folder composition. They
I
must
know. I'm like,
so much stuff.
someone said it to me, so I just got to be like, I think.
Plus, plus,
We'll see. We'll see. What would you
waveform,
like to
progress
insert?
bar. Holy crap! There's so
I
much
will
stuff.
say I had or actually, I'll go ahead and share too,
Yeah,
and I'll do
let me
mine.
let me
So let me see here. If I can share my
Go for it.
screen.
I got a new teleprompter here with the screen, so
Did you?
I'm ducking so I can see the second screen. I'm getting used to this thing because I always look down and yeah, it's weird,
Oh,
but
wait.
it's
I don't
pretty
think.
cool though.
Is it sharing? I don't think it's sharing. I think I selected and it didn't do a darn thing. Let me try that again. All right. Share. What happened to my Descript? Okay, I'm gonna go open it again. See,
What
Pixelpia,
happened
like,
was
you're not the only one struggling, man.
yeah,
I'm struggling over here.
I struggled before my stream really bad today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, with Be Live. It was a sponsored stream. I'm like, crap.
Oh no.
I made it, but yeah, oof, it was rough. I
I'm
was
gonna
sweating.
share.
It was that bad.
I'm gonna share
Yeah,
this and see.
to screen record, it's Control Shift 2
All
or
right,
Control
do you guys
new
shift.
see
screen record.
mine?
And
Oh my
you'll,
gosh, I think it's here. Okay.
there you go.
So I want to show you guys one of the ways that I use this. Hello, Pixelpia. Don't worry, we'll get you up here next and see if you can't share your screen. And okay, so this is one of the first ones that I did with an Amazon shoppable video. This was during that week when I was sick and I didn't really have much of a voice. I used the overdub version of it to create the voiceover that I ended up using for my Amazon shoppable video. So that was one of the first things that I did here. And then I thought about this because I was sick, I had purchased some of like the mucus DM type medicine. And this was so funny because I used my overdub voice to do this and I was able to not have to learn how to pronounce whatever that drug or medicine is. I just put it in there and I let the computer AI mingle it to whatever it is, and then I use that as well for, like, my voiceover for the product. So I was like, "Oh, that's kinda cool," like, for the really hard words, I don't even have to learn how to use it. So there's something there. And then I did a few so I did, like, 5 videos, and then this is another one that I did 'cause I just throw them all in the same, like, project apparently. I just create new compositions all over the place. But this is the YouTube short that I did explaining how I use the computer generated, voice to do it. And so I wrote this is the first time that I've kinda done this. I wrote the script here inside of Descript, and then I had the voice generated to come out. Now, some people, if you don't know,
You can do that?
one of the oh, go ahead.
You can do that? I didn't know you can write first.
Yeah, so you can just write it or, not only that, you can import, so I've done it a couple times where that story about the clay pots, I did that where I first, copy pasted it from a website and I put it in and then I put my voice on it. And then another time, and I'll show you here in a second, but if you guys don't see down here along the bottom, they have the waveforms that come in after it generates your voice. And I was having a really hard time when I was talking to them about how I was using it. But instead of coming here and then using the blade tool and then trying to shorten gaps, they did tell me that you can just look for these like gaps and you can actually, after you have converted this to an audio file, you can just grab. I don't know if it's gonna grab the tab and like slide it over. So you can actually just slide it over instead of using like the blade tool and such. Does that make sense? Like, you use this like a little
Pretty
tabby.
cool.
You hold on to the tab and you just slide over to reduce the gap.
Wow.
And I was like, "That is such a game changer because I was having such a hard time with this. Um, I don't know if it's mad because there if I
Well, I find sometimes with the blade tool, if you forget to unclick it and then you drop your marker again, you slice something. Like you put 3 or 4 slices in and you're like, oh no, 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 no. You gotta undo that.
yeah.
I don't know,
So you
because when
see how
I usually do use the blade, and then what I do is when you roll the cursor over the edge, it turns into that drag handle. And so
yeah,
I can make a slice and then like shorten things up. But I'll
yeah.
definitely try that.
But
The
if
the
you see
drag.
this little,
Uh-huh.
guide down here after I convert to audio, it's I don't know if you can see it. It's not showing up on the screen. It's a little hand instead of like the arrow or whatever. So then I can grab this like a little tabby and I slide it back and forth. So if you wanted to increase you when it looks like the little hand, and I found that was easiest to like almost edit inline the timeline by using the little dragger because I'm with this word gap and I would just slide it closed versus blading it and doing that all over the place. So if that helps anybody. Also, let me go back again. I'm like a clumsy browser. Oh, it's up here. It's up here. Let me see. Right? How do I get back there? How do I get back there? Here we go. I think it was okay. This one here. I do like this where if you highlight, I don't know if you can see it, but it shows you in the amount of time, how much time it takes for it to say the voice. So if you highlight everything, you can see it as a quick little, it says like it's 25.53 seconds. So then you can use that to know, am I under 30 seconds? Am I under, 60 seconds if I'm trying to keep it a YouTube short? It's especially helpful if you have an interview guest as well, and you're trying to create like little shorts or something to advertise. It's kind of cool to be able like, how much of this, that looks really cool. Can I just take this section and, oh, it's 18 seconds. This would be good for a YouTube short. Or you could do something like this, throw it into an editing program, sure. Or in the clip speed, I will frequently go in and I'll change the talking voice to be about 1.1 speed. So it's a little bit faster so that you can also sometimes get under some time limits as well. And I feel like it doesn't turn into chipmunk voice until you get to like 1.2 and faster. So if you are just looking to trim a little bit of time, if you go take your voice clip and you make it 1.1 or so, I feel like it works out. If it works out fine. And then no, I do it all the time.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And then there was one more thing I was going to show you. Trying to find it here. I'm mad because I feel like I might have deleted the project too. Sorry, one second here. Oh, sorry, y'all. There was one of them. I'll just show you another thing that I do is when I go to the share, I will go to export and I will create an audiogram. And you have the different options. If you don't know, that they have the little arrow so you can scroll through a couple that they have preset if you want something, animated or whatnot. But another thing that I've done is just do a background image of a green square. That way I can bring it into an editing program and use chroma key or green screen to then just have the titles as kind of like a workaround. And it kind of looks like the built-in captions for like Instagram does. And so if you're going to use it like on a dark one, you can do the dark background and it kind of like gives you better contrast. So I found that this dark mode thing here is a thing that you can do. Yeah, right? I thought that was kind of a cool thing. And then the other day I was going to show you all this. When you go in, let me see if we can, where is it? We do a new composition. I know there's an option in here where part of the options, maybe it's in the beta one, maybe I'm not in the right one, but they do have the option now for the video to be in a vertical orientation. Dr. Elo, have you seen that?
That's in the beta.
Yeah, in the beta, I'm exactly where to click, but I saw it. And you can choose your size. So I had complained that you can only export in square for something, but this is actually then going to be able to take your video and you can create like a little project or snippet or clip it in a vertical orientation. So that's part of it now. And then I'm going to do one last thing where I do this test as well for Pixelpia so we can show. So you went here to a new composition, then you went up to the little microphone tab, right, Dr. Elo?
Yeah. You go to the little
Why
tab.
does it say Mike instead of like Mike's the name?
Yeah.
But
It says
anyways, yeah.
it says
And then
record
here,
audio. That's what it says.
here is the Rodecaster Pro in here.
Yep.
That's the only thing that's showing up, and then computer audio. So it looks okay for me. So let's see what happens when Pixelpia does it. Pixelpia, welcome to the show. Do you want to share your screen?
Okay, let's see.
I know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Together we do the fight. We will defeat.
Okay, I see it. I'm gonna click on it.
Okay,
Alright.
so as you can see, I have some of my older podcasts here, but I have done a couple of tests where it works. For example, I did a little webcam recording here, and it worked fine. I could get the audio to work without problem, but let's see now. And I think if I choose a new here, let's say a new screen recording. Now my things are jumping here between. Here it says same as system, so it should work perfectly well recording something now. And let's see what happens.
I bet you it worked just because you're showing it. Just like
Right.
people when they're sick go to the doctor. Same thing.
Okay, no, let's say let's stop this. Let's see. We have something on this.
Oh, you know,
And
one thing I do see on your
of course,
screen, it says a new version of
always-
Descript is ready.
Yep.
For an update. Sorry, go ahead.
That happens every time I start Descript, every time a new. So the problem comes when I go ahead to overdub. I have a draft here. I have files uploaded that I could use. So open training.
Okay.
And submit training data.
No, you don't want to
Select
do that just yet.
microphone. Why not?
It still has the microphone on the top, right? The little microphone thingy.
Yeah, and there is nothing there.
Yep, mine's doing the same thing. So let me see here now. It doesn't let me select in the original broadcast or original one, but it does let me do it where I'm in the snippets or in the composition. When you convert it to a small composition or anything, it lets me do it. It's weird. Like the original project that I imported here, it doesn't let me choose the microphone because apparently they already decided to use the microphone. So yeah, I know what you mean. Studio sound.
So you went to open training, okay?
Training. I have my audio file here.
And if you play, is there actually an audio file? Because when I open mine, I see audio waveforms, and you're saying
It's all there.
Because I see it as flat.
No, it's...
Oh, there. I see some little wiggles. Okay.
It's there.
And now the microphone is you can see it right now.
No.
Now you click that, and what does it say?
There is a problem accessing your microphone. Please restart Descript and try again.
Are you using the microphone right now?
Yeah, but that shouldn't matter because I'm going through my potato here.
That sounds so funny when you say it.
What's a potato?
That's my
I've never seen that.
Let's open it again because they wanted me to.
That is a complicated potato. Looks pretty cool, actually.
A hot potato.
It's all virtual. I have a small area. I can't have a one here. So
You wouldn't want that thing in your desk anyways. It looks huge.
let me move that down. It's all here. It's just hard to see because it's so
it
small.
doesn't find your interface, which is the virtual interface, which is a potato. That's the one that doesn't find. Because you're supposed to connect through that interface.
Yeah.
Your microphone is connected to that interface already. Okay.
Yeah. And if I go to, no, not back to voice detail. If I go here and I add a new, and let's say camera. I have the camera, and here I have the microphone, same as system. Even if I would try to choose my microphone here instead, it doesn't matter. But here it works. So same as system. If I start my recording here. Okay, so now it is recording without the camera. But never mind. Where is it now? Why didn't it record that?
Can you go into the overdub menu from the left-hand side? Oh, there's a problem with your video recorder.
Yeah.
So can you open up Descript and then click on the button or the tab on the left-hand side for overdub? Let's start there. Okay. And then can you go to create new voice? And just name it whatever you want.
Firm.
Okay. And then hold on one second. Okay. Then when you click on the microphone audio option up there, even then it says nothing, right?
Yep.
Interesting. And if you were to drop in one of your finished podcasts into that area, just if you have an audio recording of your podcast, if you drop it on top of this.
That's what I had done with the last one that I showed you.
Okay. And after you did that, you submitted the training data and it created a voice. Is that correct?
No, it won't do it.
Must be a PC thing. I just did exactly that and it worked perfectly on Mac.
So
I was curious too, instead of selecting the same as system, if you selected the actual
the interface, yeah.
The actual mic that you're using, or if you unplug your...
I can't choose anything while I'm in overdub. I can choose if I do a new one here. Let's do a screen.
I'm just in overdub and it let me do it.
What if you don't do a screen recording? If you just go into a new file and start a voice recording, can you see it then? So if you go into a new project and name it.
Yes.
And then you select the microphone up top.
Nothing.
Still nothing. So there's definitely some sort of issue.
I can't even choose.
Right. What kind of microphone are you using?
It's, what is it? I have to go in here. 480R 2100. Whatever it is.
And I'm wondering if you don't use this potato thing, and if you just go disconnect.
If I now you might lose my voice if I shut down the voice meter. So I have to go in and change that. Give me a second.
Definitely be it, because you're using the Audio Technica 2100, which is one of the most standard, basic USB mics, probably the oldest one, so reliable, wonderful microphone. I've got one. I have two, actually. And it's beautiful. And so it should
Is
work.
it USB?
Is
Yeah,
it USB or is it XLR into
it's
an
both.
interface?
It's
It's
both.
both.
Yeah, how do you plug that?
Yeah, how do you currently plug in your microphone, or what do you plug it into?
We can't hear her because
Oh
she
yeah, we
hear
can't
now.
hear
disabled
you right
potato.
now.
Yeah, but I'm assuming she's using the USB
Because there
she
are,
said
multiple
she
versions. I
said
have the or the 2100 with that was an XLR that I used to run into the Scarlett 2i.
has both though. It has both.
Let's
It
see.
has a
I have to
micro
go in.
USB and XLR.
Oh, she's back. I hear the audio now.
Yeah, I'm back because I had to turn the voice meter again for you to be able to hear me.
Yeah, we
But I'm gonna try it.
How do you hook up your microphone currently to your computer? Is it through an interface or is it like a USB connected microphone?
It's USB.
It's USB.
What am I doing? Yeah. I'm going to go in and look at the connection I have for the script here and set that to my headphones and my microphone, so they don't go through my voice meter. Let me check here.
Yeah,
so
I think this is probably going to be
That's what's
how
gonna
you
work.
get Descript to recognize it, because I'm not familiar with Potato, but I feel like it should be able to recognize it through USB connection.
I have tried that before, but give me a second. I'm going to be quiet now for a second to restart my if I
bad potato.
Where have you started?
It's probably the interface.
Yeah.
I love the cassette though. I love the cassette. It looks really cool.
Okay. Why is Descript still there? Let's mute that and open Descript. Okay, let's see here the test project. If I can. Nope.
There's probably something fighting in the background.
Now I have to restart it again. And it happens every time I start Descript.
Me too.
Every single.
Well, maybe you should install the new version.
That's a good idea.
I can see, looking at Potato, I can see that it's donationware. And they have a smaller version called Banana. So there's two meters, Banana and Potato. And, you never know. You just never know. They have three. Yeah, so you just never know if they work with Descript, with whatever the API is. It just might not mesh right now. So I would say contact Descript. They're very responsive. And just say, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. Are you familiar with Potato? You should be.
Sometimes a banana is bigger than a potato. I don't know.
It's yellow.
Yeah, but that's the middle size of voice meter.
Yeah.
Oh, there's voice meter. Okay, and then there's voice meter, banana, and potato.
Potato, banana, and there is a third one that I don't remember.
That's probably
the smallest.
Coconut.
Papaya. You never know.
It's vb-audio.com is the site. vb-audio.com. Do we have a chat?
Let me see. Banana, potato. The first one is just called voice meter. And that's the smallest one. And then banana is the middle size and potato is the big one.
And I guess I'm not really familiar with what it does. So do you want to tell us what it does? I have my sneaking
It's a
suspicions that
virtual
90% of me is saying that that's what's causing this issue.
It's a virtual soundboard. But I have started my computer where I have had voice meter totally disconnected and had my USB mic straight into my computer and have everything set like to basic, that where voice meter isn't involved at all.
So when you
And
go, instead of same as system, can you select the USB microphone?
Yeah.
And then, okay. And then why does it say computer audio disabled? Okay. And then if you start, do you still have the option to select that audio microphone if you just do it instead of a screen recording, but just a microphone in a project?
I don't.
And currently, if you
This
record
you
right now
can
after you've
probably
selected
not.
the audio, if you were to play that back, does it have audio?
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, it transcribed it too. So I can record from here.
And when you go
But
into a
if
new project, not a screen recording, can you just show me again where a new project?
We're trying that again.
Yes.
That's what I did. New project, overdub, everything, and it worked. But
Cut.
you know, Mac, and it's working with the Rodecaster Pro, which is kind of funny. It just took it. I'm using it right
If
now.
I do the screen recording, I can. If I do a video recording, I can. If I do just audio, like here in a new project, nothing.
I think Descript can help you out definitely.
Yeah, I would reach out to them because that's an oddly specific case.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
Because
So
I
can
don't know.
upload an audio file, like I upload my podcast and get the transcript, and I can use that to do all
Yeah.
the things. But I can't do the
The
overdub.
corrections also that could be harder.
Yeah. So it's like I can use part of it, but not all of it. It's weird.
You pay for all of it, so it's worth it to reach out to them and
Yeah.
say, "Hey, I'm paying for this. It should work, right?" And they'll help you. They're very good. They're very good, and they
Okay.
want it to work for
My
you.
screen now.
Yeah, I would reach out to them because that's odd.
Yeah.
But my guess is something with the interface. Like there's something, but
It's
definitely
the
reach out
potato.
to them.
It's the potato.
It's the potato, bad
It's
potato.
actually good that you can replicate it and show them, and they may ask you to run some logs so they can see exactly
Probably.
what's running in the background, and I bet you they'll be able to fix it or give you a very special version that
But
nobody else has.
it's so very weird that I can record the screen and I can record from camera. Then the mic works. It picks it up right away.
Yeah.
But every other situation that I want to record, it's nope. Can't find your microphone.
And have you tried uninstalling Descript and reinstalling it?
Yes.
I smell smashed potato. Okay.
I know.
Bye with the jokes.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird.
He's French fried.
That is weird.
Don't tell me to get rid of my potato because I use that connected
Oh yeah,
to
of
everything.
course.
So that's
No,
what
that's good.
basically gives you you have it for your voice to sound richer and all that stuff. That's why you have it. They're good. I use
Yeah.
I had the Web XLR and I had those are VSTs and they're really good to put your voice like really podcasty. Let's put it that way.
Podcasty. I like it. That's very descriptive. My voice is so podcasty.
Podcasty.
So good.
Yeah. I told you I have a weird problem. So
Yeah.
We
And
tried. We're
I
struggling
think is
together.
everybody else here using Descript on Mac? Adam, are you Mac as
Yeah,
well?
Mac.
I use it
Yeah,
on both,
Mac.
actually, on PC
You
as
use
well.
it on Windows? Okay.
Yeah, it works perfectly fine. But
It's not a weird
I only have
problem,
one
but-
interface. It's the Rodecaster. I deleted everything. Like the Wave XLR, I used to have it. Still have it, but I deleted the software. I deleted every single software that was not the Rodecaster Pro. So yeah,
You got the new one, didn't you? The version 2?
Mhm.
I think I saw that you had listed your old one for sale, right?
Yeah.
Did you
That
sell it
one-
already?
No,
yet.
because that's a friend's actually. I already sold mine. I sold mine like the first day that it came out.
Oh, nice. I do like it is tempting me. You know,
It's
we can talk about gear
so-
acquisition syndrome. Oh my
It's so
gosh, you
worth
guys,
it,
I've been
Shelly.
thinking like
So worth
even
it.
this close to wanting like a vlog camera like the Sony ZV-E10. Just to
That's what I'm using right now. Yeah.
is it? And I'm like, do I need it? No. Do I still want
No.
it? Yes. Like,
You don't need it. Your camera is far superior than that camera.
well,
Anyways.
it's for when I'm outside of here because you
no,
know
I use the CV1 when I'm outside. I can't carry that thing with the 60mm thing.
yeah. But now I kind of have thought like, oh, maybe I'll just use I have a Samsung Galaxy, S22. And I'm like, well, I do
Yeah.
have this cell phone. And I brought that to Podfest with me and used it as a secondary kind of camera to record some talks and stuff. And I'm like, I guess I could just use
Get a
that cell
gimbal.
phone as my
Use
vlog
it.
camera.
That's it.
Right. I mean, I'll just use a microphone with it and kind of call it a day because it's easier to pack that up than it is like the lens and the extra, AC adapters and stuff like that. And then plus, if I have the video on my phone, I could do some editing. I could, like upload, especially if I'm at Wi-Fi. And I'm like, it probably makes more sense because I also
easier.
vlog so little. And, and then at least with the phone, even though it's not great, I can still zoom more. That phone, I can zoom more. And I was like,
But it looks good too on the phone.
Yeah.
The
I was like,
S22
maybe
looks
I'll just
beautiful.
use
I've
that.
seen footage from it. So
right? Maybe I'll
Yeah.
just use that as my vlog one. So I actually think I'm going to be selling my.
save your money for your
Yeah,
life.
I have the
for your Rodecaster Pro
A6400.
too.
I think I'm going to sell it and get some money back. So
Yeah.
I'm actually using my phone right now. That's all I use.
I think I saw because like when you
There
were
you go.
connecting, it said like Irium, right? Or
And I didn't notice. To be honest. I
Yeah,
didn't
most
notice.
people don't notice what gear you use unless it's really bad or really good.
or
right.
really good,
So
right?
it like that mediocre middle, it just saves your money. Just to hit that
You know what?
middle
I was
zone.
thinking of doing some videos about like shooting some on my iPhone and on the Samsung Galaxy phone and just talking a little bit about, some mobile video editing or like how to do YouTube videos with your phone and if you don't have all this set up or something like that. So we might
And at the end saying, you know what? I shot this with an
this
iPhone.
video was shot on an iPhone. Yeah, exactly.
Commercial.
Exactly.
Apple does that all the time, and they
Yeah.
show their little movies during their keynotes, and they're like, "This was shot entirely on
Everything's
iPhone."
on iPhone.
Yeah, by a Hollywood director and
Yeah.
cinematographer. Yeah, but they don't show you the lights and the motion crane and all this stuff.
Yeah.
They put that phone on.
I saw
But
there was a
it's
music
just-
video shot with, like a whole bunch of iPhones, right? And they had lined them all up in like in a circle, and I thought that was really cool. And then I watched, there was a video that I watched where they shot a wedding, like, a production company. They decided that as a challenge, they shot a wedding on iPhones. And that's what they had. So, and then there was
That's
one
a
where they do a
risk, right?
competition where they have
That's a
a
risk.
novice with like a red camera, like this, like this super fancy. And then they had the person who is a professional and he only had an iPhone. And then they compared and they both had to make like a commercial for like a company.
Oh,
Yeah.
The shoe commercial.
What was that?
Was that with the boots, the shoe commercial?
No, it was for it was actually for like a screen cleaning cloth. And so I think it was like a friend / client of theirs.
I have seen the same thing with the shoe commercial where the amateur had the red camera and the professional used a phone.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think they, the client said that they preferred the one that was on the phone for use on social media. And they liked the one that the amateur shot on the super camera fancy one for like an advertisement on their website. So it
Okay.
was like they live in different places, they're shot in different ways. And I thought one thing that was really good, and I can find the link for this one if you guys want, but one of the things that was really neat about this challenge was the guy only had about 30 minutes and he spent
Jesus
like
Christ.
15 minutes of it just asking questions like, where is it going to live? You know, who are you trying to reach? Like, what do you want to kind of like say with this? And so he ended up shooting it, knowing that it wanted to be like on
Yeah.
social media. He's like, I want to make it
Professional.
vertical and I'm going to
No.
have like room for like the screen captions. I'm going to have room for like little call outs. So let's do it this way. And then he was like, here, you can put this on TikTok or Instagram and you can use it to sell your product. And she, you know, had all this beautiful equipment. And so it was just like she had an idea, but it was more so like she didn't spend the time to ask those questions. And so it was just different. So he only had half an hour and he spent half the time literally just asking questions. And
Smart.
then he shot it in 15 minutes and then made it look
Crazy.
fancy.
Wow.
But
Kinda
that's
cool.
the thing. It depends on what you're using it for. I mean, I do tutorials. My videos look like this,
Yeah.
and some screenshots and some screen recordings.
You don't need anything else. You look really good right now, so you don't need anything else. So
Yep.
good.
I don't. I have actually. I'm using two old phones. I have this one, and then I have this. Oops. Second one that I can. Whoa! Now I can film vertically at the same time.
Don't break your work gear.
But I mean, I use my old phones because none of
Yeah,
those, they are all
of course.
sitting here on the table.
They're
Then
not
I
phones,
have
they're
the
cameras.
as a phone. But they are always here and ready to go whenever I need to film something.
I like
That's all I need.
Yep. I put that link in there, but I'm going to put it in our chat as well. But this is the video, and it's a beginner with a $50,000 red setup versus the pro with an iPhone 13. This is also the same group that did the wedding videography with the iPhone.
Well,
So if you want to see that, that's also here on on their channel. So they did a great job. They have a lot of those challenges like professional versus amateur.
Parker
About a year ago, I bought a DJI Osmo gimbal, right? So this
Yeah.
little teeny bag, right? You know, it's so tiny. This thing weighs.
So
video was playing.
Oh, I didn't even know.
I was like, no, it was like a perfect sound effect for like the little product reveal. It was like,
I was like, did I break something?
It was
Yeah,
like,
but
oh,
this
perfect.
thing is so tiny, you know, so tiny. I don't think it's charged right now, so it won't turn on. But yeah, it's been a while since I've used it.
That's
Let's
pretty
see if it
cool.
knows. Yeah, but it's so
That's all you need,
tiny.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need is something like this, and this comes around like this, and it's magnetic, so this connects to your phone, and then
It's a
it just
tripod
zooms
too,
in.
right?
Yeah, it has
Turns
right.
into
It
a
is a
tripod in the
tripod.
bottom.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they give you this along with it. This piece here, so you can just
Wow.
put this in the bottom, and this thing weighs like less than a pound, and
Yeah.
it's really. And this is the
How much
4,
was
not
that?
the 5. So it's about $99 right now, and then you can control it from this little game thumb throttle, and you could do it vertical or horizontal. So if you want to do vertical videos, but when you walk with this thing, it's just like such butter. It's so smooth.
Oh, look.
Now you have that built in, right? There's really good control on the phone, you know, but this is even better, you know. So any motion, any walking, sometimes you'll just naturally sway as you walk, so you'll see it going like this, but it looks very, very floaty. So
Now
you have
with the
to kind of.
S22, the S22 has a stabilizer as well. So it has
Oh,
double
really?
stabilizer. Yep.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing.
There
But
you
you know,
go.
yeah,
your
this
package.
but this thing can fit in, really can fit in a pocket, a big pocket, but it definitely
Yeah.
fits, you know, and you just take this and bring it out if you're going to have like a motion shot. But for the most part, for the kind of
Look
stuff
at
that I
mine.
shoot, it's just like, hey, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's
I
just
do
1,
it with
2,
my
3.
hand.
Yeah, works
I
great.
don't have one.
Works great.
Oh, here's
I
the other
actually,
one. I'm gonna share this one with you as well.
Yeah.
This was I shot the wedding on an iPhone video, and I'll put it over here. Hopefully,
Lower your
you'll
volume.
be able to see it. And this
I
was
with the
yeah.
gimbal when I was traveling once, and I wanted, when we went on the plane, I wanted a walkway down. So I put my phone on my gimbal and walked with it upside down
That's pretty cool.
and had all people just walking. That was one of the best shots I ever got. And I just walked, held it. It
Right?
was
And I feel
so
like people don't experiment sometimes. I get so used to just having this thing set on a tripod
So
that,
easy,
like,
right?
yeah.
I tried to take a photo once. I think I told you guys, like, last year I tried to go get a shot at the cherry blossoms at UW, which is like a famous like thing that people like to come and do because they bloom and they're really beautiful. They're from Japan. It was like this big
Yeah, we do
gift
the
to
same
the
thing here
university. And
in
I
DC.
like couldn't even figure out how to use my camera. I was so mad that we just resorted to using what was in my pocket, which was the cell phone, the iPhone.
That's what I do. I don't even go and take my cameras out of here for what? I don't know how to use them.
So I was just like,
They're all
man.
live streaming cameras.
And then this, I take this around when I travel, this is the Insta360 Go 2, and
Oh,
That is so
that's
small.
it. It's so small, it's tiny, it's ready to go, and it's tiny. It's
I'm going to
itty
show you
bitty.
something. Okay, wait. You guys
It
talk
fits
amongst
right,
yourselves. I'm going to show you
and
something that's really cool for that.
it does 180, right? So you don't have to worry about stabilization because you can reframe. And the cool thing is sometimes I'll just shoot like this and you have more control, right? You have more control when you're holding it, right?
Pretty cool.
But what it has, and which is just as a killer feature, and it's so dumb, but it's so good, are these little guys. If I can figure out, oh yeah, here they are. They just come out like these little bunny ears. But
Tripod, yeah.
it becomes like a little tripod, so you can set it up. You find a little surface somewhere, and you talk to this. The only challenge is when you do that, the microphone for this is this little pinhole up here, right? And when you put it in the
Wow.
case, they give you a little hole, but it sounds like you're talking through this little teeny hole. So it's not the
Pretty
best.
cool.
But when you're just like this and you have this thing out, it's not bad. You know, if you're not comparing it to other stuff, it's actually passable. And man, you put this, you could walk through, security. Nobody's going to know.
What?
Do you recognize
Yeah,
this?
that's the necklace. Yeah.
So
So
this
that's
is the necklace that goes with that, but I want to show you what I bought it for.
because this is a magnet. So it
Yes.
just sticks. Yeah.
So I bought this, which is like the best cheap accessory. I'm gonna mess everything up because I'm wearing my headphones. But this little pendant is $5, right? You can buy extras for $5. And
Comes with an Apple thingy. No.
what?
Or your
Look at what I
Apple.
just got. So I just got the new DJI little
Oh,
wireless.
Oh, the
I
mic.
ordered it from the manufacturer and
Uh-huh.
it got delayed for like 3 months.
oh
Story of my
God.
life, right? Just like the Peter McKinnon backpack. But this has a magnetic thing on it, and you can
Oh wow.
Well, that's
now
great.
if you
Yeah.
have someone who doesn't want to like mess up their shirt with the thing, you could clip onto this $5 little necklace,
You can clip
and
on
you
the
could
inside.
use it.
I'll put it on the inside and
Yeah,
clips
you
on.
put it on the inside
Yeah,
and it just goes.
totally do that, and then
Wow.
it's gonna be right here. You could put the little wind muff on, and I was like, "How? Come on, you have a couple of
It's
these in your bag
$5.
for $5, $10 accessories, and bam, boom, right on there, or you can clip it on or whatever. But like, boom. I know it's
$5.
meant for the Insta360, but I was like, this is what I could use it for. So I wanted to share that with you as a little hack.
That is pretty cool.
Pretty cool, right? All right, put this on here. I have to do a video actually playing with this, but I had debated for such a long time between this and the Rode Wireless Go 2. And I like this because it has a charging case and a few other things. So I'm so excited. I just
Still debating.
unboxed it. I
I
want
haven't
to play
bought
with it.
Yeah, once you do the video, then I'll decide because I haven't bought it yet. Neither
Oh,
of those. So yeah.
oh no,
Still
I'm
Yeah,
so
so
excited
debating.
because I want to use this with the cell
People a
phones
video.
as like the vlogging setup.
People
yeah,
a
and that's the
video.
way to get around the bad audio with this too, is you use that and you can just record directly onto the device itself. At least I know with the
Yes.
Rode Wireless Go 2, you can record to the device.
You
With
can
the
record
DJ,
directly onto it, but when you pull the clips off, each of the clips, you have to do them individually. It's one at a time. It's really weird in their software, but this one, yeah, you don't have to do that.
Modern day tech. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Oh, hey, how's it going? Great to see you.
todo bien hoy.
Todo bien?
Wait,
Como
we'll
te
just have to
sientes?
play this part back and then bring it into Descript to figure out what you're.
That's right. Más o menos.
All
But
right.
yeah, I'm super excited to play with this. Very excited for that. All right. Is there anything else that y'all want to chat about when it comes to Descript? How you're using? Did you guys learn something from watching other people use it?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely. I think the one thing about the script that always throws me is that as an application, it's pretty low on the user interface look. Like it's pretty bare bones. It almost looks like a, a word processor, which is a good thing because some applications, like when we looked at Potato, like it's like you see all this stuff going on, and that's cool too. There's nothing wrong with a really cool interface. I mean, look at
Hot
the
potato.
Roadcaster Pro too, with the buttons and stuff like that. But they really dialed it back. I mean, it is very minimal and lightweight, and I think that might throw people back a little bit because you're just getting the either a little button or a little text line. Like they don't give you a whole lot of visual cues to figure out what's going on. And as it evolves, especially if they start to add more features like for video, to do more complex edits, maybe overlays, things like that, I would
Yeah.
hope that there was a few more visual cues to make it a little more like when you get an Ecamm, it makes more sense like how things fit
Yeah.
together, or any like Restream, right? It makes sense where, like if there's just some thought about the color and the visual of it all. Whereas with Descript, it's like, no, we don't do that. We're just
I
going to
think they
make
want
a
to keep
cool
it.
app.
They want to keep it documenty or something like that,
Yeah,
It
right?
is
Like a
very
doc.
word. Yeah, documenty is
yeah,
a good way to
yeah.
think
Like word
because when you start
processor.
to do anything when it comes to the video, I feel like it's harder because like everything is in that main Word document thing. So even
Mhm.
like the audio file down at the bottom, it's like not super intuitive. Like for it to be into a WAV file and then like using the little hand transformers or like the video thing over on the side and trying to figure out like if the little window's not open or if you're not seeing it. It throws you off. And I feel like some things are like hidden. Like you have to go under the wrench to find the tools like the reduce the filler words. And it doesn't like intuitively
Yep.
necessarily make sense. So
Right,
it's like,
just a
oh, that's a cool
tweak.
feature, but it's like
It
hidden.
Yeah, it's just a tweak. I'm just a tweak. It doesn't have to be an overhaul. It
But
just
you know
a few
what?
things could be easier to find, I think.
The thing is that it looks that simple and it takes a lot of resources on your computer. Just imagine if they try to put it all pretty. I think that's the reason they have it because it takes a lot of resources on your computer. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why. Maybe that's the reason. So
Yeah.
I'll still use it if it takes more or whatever. It looks pretty pink. I don't care. I'll use it. It's
I'm
really good.
really excited for a few reasons. I mean, I can do this long live stream with y'all, and then if I wanted to drop in like this video file, I can get the SRT file so I can have the captions because it's daunting to think like how much that could cost, when you go to like rev.com and you're like for a live stream, not really. But then you're like, oh, I could just do it inside of Descript. Like that's so great. So
Well, they
I do
charge you
like that.
too in a way, right? So you get a certain amount of hours, right, or words. I'm not sure how they count it, but there definitely is a ticker. It's not unlimited, right?
Yeah,
So
and it's
yeah.
never anything I've come up against because obviously I don't use it as much as other people
I
do.
have. Yeah, I have. So, as you know, I've done company calls and, hour and a half or,
Oh
various
god.
things. And I've gone through it in a month, so up against the edge. And you can buy like an extra little bit.
Hours.
Like actually they give you forbearance. Like if you go to the edge, they'll let you keep using it like one or two times, and then you can
Forbearance
buy a
like
little extra, like getting like a couple of extra credits. But
like a
otherwise, they
student
want to
loan
they want to
forbearance.
push you up. They want to push you up. So there are other tools you can use though if you really are just trying to extract text. And this is something I have a video just to give myself a promotional plug. My last video that I did on YouTube, go to Coach Adam on YouTube. I did 2 videos about how to use YouTube, right? And you could just upload your video or your recording as an MP4 into YouTube, make it private, or you can upload somebody else's video, whatever you want. Or you can find a video on YouTube. If you go to the 3 dots right underneath the title, you can see show transcript. You can copy that text right out into Apple Notes or Word or Google Docs, whatever you want. But it's so easy. And I do the same thing too when I'm trying to find out that next Spanish commercial I don't understand. I find the version of it on YouTube and they show the transcript, I copy the transcript, and I just paste it out. So it's not the best, it's machine translation. So sometimes the words are not right, but I tested it. And the words from Google are better. The accuracy is better. The YouTube, I can't believe this, but YouTube accuracy is better than Descript. There, and I'm not sure what algorithm they're using for the or what
Well,
machine learning
they're
framework.
backed by Google, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
there could be
yeah,
a few reasons
yeah. But
for like the
Money.
user generated
and
They
where
got
it
money
really
to
algorithms and all
spend.
that.
shines,
Plus, they
where
just have so
YouTube,
much data that
Yeah.
yeah,
your pool becomes
uh,
better for more accuracy just because you've got billions of minutes tossed at it.
and
For
here's the interesting thing was where Google really shines, and this is and no surprise, is if you are talking about places. So you're talking about cities and street names and locations. When you bring that into Descript, it has no idea what you're saying. Like Knickerbocker Avenue. What? Right? Like, what is that word? I don't know Knickerbocker. Like it's just too much, right? Whereas Google gets places and names of places and things, locations, because of Google Maps. It's in Google Maps. And not only does Google, when it does its transcription, know what you're talking about, it can locate it, which is really crazy, right? So, like, you can, for free, through your YouTube account, you can you can kind of sideload stuff, make it private so nobody sees it, and you can get translations or transcriptions all you want in all languages that are available, right? It's amazing. It's quite
If you only
amazing.
knew how much I do public meetings for the government, federal government, right? You only knew how much the transcriptions cost.
oh yeah.
Woo,
Well,
Oh,
and
it's
you know what though? As
crazy.
long as
Yeah.
you have one, you know
Or
that you can use Google
translations.
anyway to do auto translate all the languages that are available.
Hmm.
Like you don't have to pay
Yeah.
for that. So that's
We
Yeah, it's
got three
pretty
awesome.
languages
amazing.
in the last one:
Yeah.
Vietnamese, we had Spanish, and English.
What's going
It's crazy.
What's
Wow.
going on with my camera?
I
Darken
don't
ship, darken
know.
ship.
I just thought you were having a little party.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't know why it's.
It's all good.
That's okay. Don't worry. Well, you guys, thank you so much for participating in our first show and tell. That was super fun for me to
Was.
see how y'all are doing it, and like, wow, I really got to step up my Descript game. I thought I knew something, but y'all are using it so much, and I feel like I don't know, ashamed. I'd be like, man, I should really use it
I
more.
just play
I
with
mean, part of
it.
your
Just play
morning
with it.
routine for the past 100 days. Like, oh my
I
god.
have a I have a quick question for you, Shelly, though, before you go. I just want to know when you did the when you added your voice and you did the training, did you read the passage that they gave you or did you upload your own stuff?
I did both.
You
So I
did
actually
both.
read the, the
Penguin
National
story?
Geographic, whatever it
Yeah, the
is.
penguins. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
had
like the
such
40
a
minutes.
hard such a
And
hard
there's some hard
time.
words in there.
Yeah, it was
So
like
no, I read
I
that.
never
And then I
talk about
also
penguins. When am I
put
gonna have
in,
penguins
yeah.
stories? But it works, right?
And then I also uploaded a couple of like longer like live streams and like podcast
Right, right.
episodes
That's
or
what I
stuff like
did, a
that. So it
couple
had
of my
additional.
podcast episodes.
Yeah.
So here's a tip. If you have the time, and because you have to reread stuff, think about which microphones you're using because it does sound different. I recorded it on one microphone, and then I was editing a show with a different microphone,
That's a
and
good
then I
tip.
had the overdub, and it sounded completely different.
That's a
So,
good tip.
like,
I
yeah,
change
think about the
microphones every
microphone.
week.
And actually, so you could create a different voice for each microphone. You just put Adam dash, ATR 2100, or
Hmm.
That's a great tip.
Shure MV7V, like whatever it is. You just create a voice for each microphone because you will hear
I,
the difference, and then it
I
fades
have
in.
5 microphones that I change around
And I
during
was
the
like,
It's a
oh
week.
lot of
no.
reading. All
Like
those
Yeah.
I got to
I
read
got at
about all
least
those
two here, and I'm
penguins.
like, oh no.
So the way you do that is the way you get around that, if you can manage it, is you can set up all the microphones at the same time, or two or three, and read it into a digital recorder, recording each one, read it once, but record it 3 times on 3 different devices. And then you can just upload each one, right? You don't actually have to you could pre-record that thing about the penguins.
Wait, if you're in the Roadcaster, can I turn on all of the microphones and record at the same time and then
that's
have
right.
the separate channels?
That's right.
So record it once, just line up all 4 microphones right here in front of my face.
And then you just upload each one.
Right now. I got 2 of them right now.
Yeah. So I literally just like line these up and then just read the same thing and then be like,
the red rose came red.
That's right.
You can do that. You need to get at least 1 microphone working.
It's true.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
You know, so I've got these 2 and then I can hook up like the PG-40, like 48, I think I have, or 58. And then I also have another, like the MV7. So I could totally do 4, have them all set up right here.
Too. Yep.
Huh?
You need a Rodecaster Pro too.
And you, that
I have
way
the
you only need to
Rodecaster Pro.
You need
or a potato.
So I don't need, I want it, but I don't need the
gas.
Yeah. Hey, Sammy Superstar, great to see you. You came just in time for us to say goodbye.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I need to go eat.
Me too. I'm going to go make dinner. Thank you for being part of the very first show and tell. If you guys want to do something like this too for something else, whether it's, like video editing or something else or this again after we learn how to use it even more.
Probably.
Totally up for that. Yeah, totally up for that. But thank you so much. And we'll see you guys on Thursday, right? It's just 2 days from now for
Hasta la
Thursday.
próxima vez.
Take care. Hasta luego.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.